Okie dokie. Now that we have Spring Cloud, let's together build the service which will be responsible for our service discovery, and then we'll have both customer and fraud connect to it so that we can take advantage of service discovery and not worry about ports. So in here, let's go ahead and create a new module, and I'm going to name this as, so basically leave everything as is. This is a Maven project. Click on next, and this will be Eureka dash and then server. And now if I open up the main pom.xml in here, if I scroll up, you should see that we have the Eureka server module, and right here we have Eureka and then server. So here what we're going to do is let's just open the pom.xml, and within dependencies, so let's just have the dependencies block, and in here what we need is a dependency that comes from Spring and then Cloud, and the artifact is Spring dash and then Cloud dash starter and then Netflix, and then we have the Eureka and then server, and then this comes from org.springframework.cloud. There we go. If I put this full screen, I just want to show you what we have in here. Have a look. So this is the dependency that we have, and you can see that it comes from, if I click on this button, you can see that basically it's from Spring Cloud Netflix dependencies, and this is this dependency that we've just added right here. So this one is part of this. So now that we have the dependency, let's together open up the Java folder, create a new package. This will be com.amigoscode and then Eureka server, and inside let's just have the Eureka server application class, and let's annotate this with @spring boot application. Also inside let's have our main method, and then inside say spring application dot run Eureka server application dot class, and then pass the arguments. So you've seen all of this. Now for this class in here, we need to basically tell that this will be the Eureka server. So just annotate this with @ and then enable Eureka and then server. And right here, this is not picking up because I need to reload. So remember, we added a dependency, but we haven't reloaded the Maven changes. So this should work now. And there we go. So now you can see that I can import the class, and job done. So one more thing that we have to do is to add the application.yaml. So file application.yaml. And in here, I want to basically have the server port. So server and then port. And this will run on 87 and then 61. We also want to define that. So there's a property called fetch registry. This will be equals to false. And then also in here, we need to say register with Eureka. So register with Eureka. So this will be false because this is our server in here. But you'll see that the clients will need basically fetch registry right here, which indicates whether this client should fetch the registry information from the Eureka server. No, this is the server itself. And then we have register with Eureka, indicates whether or not the instance should register its information with the server. Again, no, right? So the server, this is where the clients will register to it so that it can be discoverable by others. And one last thing that I forgot is to add the application name. So application name, and this will be Eureka dash and then server. And I usually like to put this at the very beginning, just like that. And there we go. So now let's open up the Eureka server application. Let's run this. And currently both fraud and customer are not running, but we'll get them up and running in a second. So I just want to make sure that this works. There we go. You can see that it's working. And right here, Tomcat started on port 8761 in here. So also you can go and add the banner.txt if you don't want this default in here. So let me just collapse this in here and create the banner.txt. And then paste this. So I already had in my buffer, and you can go and generate this from the website I gave you before. So if I reload once more, we should see now our banner, and our Eureka server is pretty much ready to go.